guys, welcome back. My name is Sandy and I am the owner of Love You Candle Co. and I'm so happy to see you guys back here again. Today's video is going to be super excited, but before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know that if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, go ahead and watch those. There's a lot of great information. Also, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment if you have any questions. I always get back between 24 and 48 hours. I always like connecting with you guys. You guys are super sweet. You're always so good to me. So I'm so happy to give back any chance that I can. So today's video is super requested. I don't know how many times you guys can go back in the comments, see how many times people have asked me, please, 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 can you make a video of this? And on my Facebook group and on IG, the same thing is knowing how to calculate your cost of goods, knowing how much it costs you to make a candle. How much does this candle cost to make? That way you know how, what price you should be selling your candles. So I've noticed from the feedback that I've received, a lot of people have either issues, they don't really know how to do the math, they don't really know how to calculate their cost of goods. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna teach you guys, walk you through the math on how to break down and how to come to determine what is your cost of goods. And I have a little surprise for you guys at the end after you watch this video. I'm gonna let you know how you can get your hands on this Excel file that basically you're going to put down everything on here of all your supplies, and it's going to tell you, calculate for you, what is your cost of goods. I do want to let you guys know that this idea and this initial setup, I did get it from Jeff Stanley from Stanley Handcraft. He does have one on his website. The reason why I decided to make my own is because his calculator is missing some items that I think are essential to getting an accurate number. And that's why I went ahead and did a Excel file of my own using more or less his format. So thank you, Jeff, for all the knowledge. He's great, guys. If follow him on Instagram, also on YouTube, he has a lot of great information out there. I've watched him and Erica from Memory Candle Co. She is amazing. She's such a sweetheart. I love her. You guys can learn a lot about her also. So that's what I've always said. We can all learn from each other. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. Okay, guys, here we are. So I'm over here. I have a split screen going on. I am using Candle Science's website for the purposes of this video. I don't get all my supplies from Candle Science, only because I don't use Wax 464. But I am using Wax 464 for this example. It's a very popular wax, so I figured I'd go ahead and use that as an example. Also, take notes that this video is, we're going to go shopping like if we're going to make 90 candles. So first off, I started off by getting, putting in the cart Wax 464, which is 45 pounds. 45 pounds of wax equals to 720 ounces of wax, which 720 ounces of wax will make 90 candles. And also take note that to make 90 candles, if you're going to use a 10% fragrance load, you will need 72 ounces of fragrance oil. So just keep those numbers in mind. So I added 464, which comes out to $64.85. So I'm going to go here to the calculator and write down $64.85. And what you want to do is you're going to take 45 pounds. The way you come up with how much the cost per pound and cost per ounce is the following. $64.85, you're going to divide that by 45 pounds, and that's going to give you $1.44 per pound. Then you're going to take that $1.44 per pound, and you're going to divide it by 16 ounces because there's 16 ounces in a pound. And that's going to give you 9 cents per ounce. The next item that we're going to go to is jars. So I use straight-sided jars, tumbler jars, the Libby jars. They're very popular. I see a lot of candle makers, and actually I'm using the clear ones because the clear ones are cheaper than the white ones and the black ones. So in order to make 90 candles, we need 90 jars. So 8 cases is 96 jars. We'll have 6 jars left over, which that's fine, but it will get us the 90 jars that we need to make this order. So that comes out to $93.28. $93.28. And then we're going to put how many jars come in this order, and that's 96 jars. And what you're going to do is you're going to take $93.28 and you're going to divide it by 96, and that is going to give you 97 cents per jar. These jars, if you don't buy more than 5 cases, I believe, I think the jar is like $1 or something. It's actually more. I think it's like $1.05, $1.06. Let's just see really quick. Yeah, so it's $1.02. So you save like 5 cents. The next thing that we're gonna do is the wicks. So I'm putting here CD16 when Candle Science actually recommends CD18, but for sample purposes, I'm using 16 because 18s are sold out, so it would not tally up in the cart. So CD16, I'm actually going to use 100. I'm gonna buy 100 pieces. So we're gonna go ahead and put here. We're gonna put the total, which is $9.50 for one bag of 100. And what you're gonna do is you're going to put 100, and then to come up with the cost per wick, you're gonna take $9.50, and you are going to divide it by 100, and that's gonna give you 10 cents a wick. So the next part here is the fragrance oil. Remember before I told you to take note of how much fragrance oil you're going to need for the candles. So you need 72 ounces of fragrance oil. 5 pounds of fragrant oil is equivalent to 80 ounces. You'll have 8 ounces left over, which is fine, but at least you're saving because if you do buy the jugs, is cheaper than buying by the bottles. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna take the $94.27 that the fragrance oil costs, $94.27, and we are going to put here 80 ounces. And the way you come up with the math here is you're gonna go ahead and take $94.27 and you are going to divide that by 80 ounces, and that is going to give you $1.18 an ounce. However, the way you come up with the number here, what percentage fragrance oil you're gonna use, the way you determine what your cost per ounce is, you're gonna take you're gonna take $1.18, which is 1.18, and you're gonna multiply that by 0.80, because 0.80 is 10% fragrance load, which that is going to equal to 94 cents per ounce. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is lids. Lids are, I'm gonna do these bronze lids, and you're gonna need 8 bags of the 12 piece. That comes out, each bag is $10.13. Your total is $81.04. So we're gonna put here 81. Oh, 81.4, and there's a total of 96 lids. So you're gonna do is 8104 divided by 96. That's gonna give you 84 cents a lid. The next thing on our list is the warning labels. The warning labels, we're gonna buy 100, and that pack of 100, the roll of 100 is $3.73. Oh, and it's 100. So you're gonna go ahead and take 3.73 and divide it by 100, and that's going to give you 4 cents. The next item on our list is the Wic Stickers. The Wic Stickers are $4.44 for a roll of 100. So we're gonna go here and do it again, 4.44. We have 100. You divide 4.44 divided by 100, that's going to give you 4 cents. So the next item on our list, okay, so product labels is something that can get tricky. Only because some people, they make their own labels, they will print their own labels. Other people will not have a label on their candles. Other people will go ahead and outsource the manufacturing of their labels. So this is basically like if you either, whatever it is that you paid for your labels, you're gonna go ahead and put the price here, whether you made them yourself. Usually if you make them yourself, it's hard to determine, because then you have to put into account the ink that you use on your printer. But right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I actually I buy my labels from Online Labels. And if you can see here, I actually placed this order in October, and I custom made the size of my labels. My labels is 3 by 2.5, and they're white gloss. It's 100 sheets, 8 labels per sheet. That means that for $122.22, I'm gonna get 800 labels. So let's put here $122.22, and I'm getting 800 labels. So the labels are costing me 15 cents each. That will give me a total so far, with an 8 ounces that I'm making my candles at 10% fragrance load. That will so far put my cost of goods at $3.81. Please note here that it says the calculations above do not include labor hours, as everyone pays themselves at a different rate, etc. You will have to determine that on your own. Reason being is that everybody has a different pace of productivity. You may be able to make 20 candles in an hour. Another person may be able to make 50 candles in an hour. Somebody else may only be able to make 5 candles in an hour. It all depends. So it does not, this calculation does not include labor hours. That's something that you're going to have to determine on your own. Now, for shipping, let's go back to Candle Science. I went ahead, shipping will vary for everybody, but for me, I put in my zip code, and my shipping comes out to $99.77. I'm going to go ahead and put that here. So it brought up my cost of good only by like 5 cents. Not that big difference. You don't have to include your shipping costs, only because truth is, not everybody gets their supplies from the same supplier, and you may end up with different shipping prices. What you can do, if you really want to include your shipping, which you should, you want to tally up the different, all the shipping that you've paid, sum everything up, and then divide it by the amount of products that you are receiving. So like I said, you don't have to add it. As if you can see, it only adds like 5 cents, a couple cents. So to make life less complicated, you can just go ahead and delete it, if that makes life easier for you. because what we can do here is $3.81 is what it costs to make one candle. So let's take $3.81 and let's multiply that by 4. You should be charging a minimum of $15.24 for your candles. Now, what you can do is that you can round that off to $16 just to make up for those couple cents of the shipping. It's totally up to you. I know some people that they charge a little bit more than the minimum. Other people, they actually stick to the number times 4. So in this case, they would charge like $14.50 for a candle. But most people will round it off and either charge $15 for their candle, which you're losing 24 cents per candle. You don't want to do that. I would honestly just round it up to $16, which I think $16 for an 8-ounce candle is, especially with these jars and lid, I think it's more than reasonable for an 8-ounce candle. So what I can do is when you guys email me for the calculator, I can also send you the screenshot of the whiteboard, so you can, in case if you didn't write notes or if you wrote them down, they were a little confusing, you can go back to my example of the whiteboard and cross-reference with the candle calculator. Okay guys, so I hope that wasn't too much information, and I hope that I did not confuse you even more. If I did, I'm so sorry. I really try to do this video and the math and everything in a very simplistic way. I personally am a visual learner. I have to see things either drawn on paper or on a whiteboard for me to fully understand and retain the information that I'm being taught. So a lot of people out there did not realize that when you're going to make candles, math and science are essential. I was not good in math in high school, even in college. So it's one of those subjects that I always dreaded. So Excel for me was like, oh my God, amazing. Because with formulas, as long as you know formulas, it pretty much does the calculations for you. I really wanted everybody out there that's not really good with math, and it's one of the things that I see a lot of candle makers. They're like, I'm not good with math. I'm not good with math. That's why I either do grams or I do ounces. So we're all different. So basically, I just wanted to put this out there, and it's, at least I think, in a simple way where you can understand exactly how to come up with the cost of goods. Now, get your hands on this. In the description below, I'm gonna leave my email. And there's a reason why I'm doing it this way. I wanna leave my email so you can email me and I will send you the Excel file, okay? And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can track in the event if you have any questions on the calculator, if you have any questions on how to do it manually, or you have a question, you didn't understand something, I want to make sure that you have access to me directly so I can answer any questions about this specific video. So I thought this was the best way to do it. I'm so happy to be able to provide you guys with this calculator. And again, thank you, Jeff Stanley, for creating the first one. So again, I hope you guys can finally determine your cost of goods and you can start pricing your candles accordingly. So that's it, guys. I think that's it. Just so you know, little sidebar, I wanted to leave this to the end. For the last 2 days, if you were to see the behind the scenes that I was going through, because I just wanted to make sure that this video, I explained everything in a way that you can understand it. Because me personally, I can do a math problems on paper and figure it out, but then to explain it, I'm like, huh? So yeah. So anyways, thank you so much, guys. Love you. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time.